Hi guys, good morning. Just wanted to share some stuff. Wanted to say hello. I sent some birds yesterday off to Minnesota. Jack Barak. So Jack, I want to personally say thank you for giving those guys a try, and we'll see how they do. I also want to say thank you to Adrian P. Adrian, thank you for giving my birds a try. I am new. I've been at the sport for about 4 years. I've been into the white dove release business, but I have absolutely fallen in love with the bird and what they can do and what they want to do for us. You know, it's something that God gave them. All we can do is enhance their powers. I really do believe these things are just as important as human beings on this planet. They have been around just as long. So I'm going to move inside and talk to you guys about a few different things. Thank you. Okay, so here we are on the inside. Don't mind my mess. Like I said the other day, I'm going through some changes. Last night I was out here late pulling out that box of breeder boxes I have, and I moved them to the back. I do still have a couple of babies in here. That's why we're limited on what we can remove. I got two down there and one there, and I see a pair trying to make them in there already, but I also have a pair up there of babies. But I wanted to show you some things, and I wanted to touch base. Jack, you asked me a question this morning about grit. Uh, so for years, I have been using red pigeon grit. Everyone knows it. For 4 years, I've used it, and I feed it maybe twice a week. I give a big bowl, not a big bowl, a little bit bigger than, I guess maybe about a 6-inch bowl. Put about 2 inches in there, and it takes them 2 days to eat it. They love it. I recently, because of health and fitness, everyone keeps talking about this stuff here. It's got real seashells. It's got some oyster shell in there. It's got some of the red pigeon grit. You know, it's a little bit mixed up. I have switched about a month ago. I tried going cold turkey. They did not want this. Not at all. Refused it. This I put in there, they'd smash it. I mean, literally sit there for half hour until every piece was gone sometimes, right? This is red pigeon grit. This is Belgium top quality grit. Van Robies, whatever. I'm not saying one's better than the other, but what I know about this is it's heavy. It's got a heavy, heavy weight to it. It's also high in sodium. It's got some good things, iodine for egg hatching, but that being said, egg hatching, right? Not bird flying. This here is a little lightweight. It's got calciums and it's got shells. It's good for hatching eggs, not necessarily bird flying. I did some research. I have talked to a few different pigeon racers around here. I know when I get on the internet and I Google everything and try to educate myself. So it's simply personal choice. I am struggling. My struggles with grit is that they do very well when I feed either grit, mostly the red pigeon grit, but they do very well with making babies, hatching eggs, raising up youngsters. They do not do well when I feed them too much grit and they are flying. I fly my birds for the white dove release. I don't fly them for distance. I can tell that if I feed my young birds the day before we go do a funeral that's got 8 or 9 birds, they struggle. They're heavy in my hand. I honestly think the grit weighs them down. So I'm not a long distance flyer. I'm going to see if my birds are. You know, that may change in the future. But for now, I am going to start on that lighter grit completely for my young birds. I will not give grit. I'm probably going to cut it back to 1 day a week for the young flying birds. You know, they pick at the ground. They do what they need to do. They get what they need. My food, I always keep the food very lean. I give them peanuts, I give them safflower, I give them just the same thing everybody else gives their birds. I just give them a lean, very lean protein racing pigeon food. I had problems with raising youngsters that are high protein, like pigeon, like the feather fixer for chicken food, and adding a lot of peanuts and safflower. I know the pigeons love it. The red grit, they love it. But then you take that little 5-6 week old baby and you put it here into the flying loft, and he can't get his little butt up off the ground for a week. Then when he does come outside, they got to be able to fly up in the ceiling and get out of this hole if they want to fly free. So when they do find the strength, they're 8 weeks old, 9 weeks old before they're even able to get up 4 feet off the ground. And I'm blaming that on the fat content. That is why I keep my birds lean from the start. So, Jack, you got your birds yesterday, and I know you said they were a little small. 2 of them were small. 2 of them were young, but they have great potential, those birds. I have good faith in those birds. But, you can grab any one of these birds here. They're not skinny and showing their breastbone or nothing like that, but they're thin. They don't have plump fatness to them. A little Pakistani high flyer. There's another Pakistani. My buddy gave me those. But that's besides the point. All these birds are thin and slender because, yes, they need the fats to grow and build muscle, but they also need their muscle. It's like giving no offense to anybody, but it's like feeding a fat kid candy bars his whole life. He's not going to be a track star. That's just how I feel about that. These are just my opinions. I believe pigeons and humans relate very similar, and I don't think that. I think if a pigeon had a thumb and a voice, they could be our president and probably do a better job, to be honest. But this bird here I've had for 2 years now. Small little hen. She's great. I don't know. I look at my pigeons a little differently. I know, just like humans, if it's something we want, like I could eat fried chicken and Reese's peanut butter cups every meal, every single day. I can. But I'm going to have a freaking heart attack and it'll kill me. You have to give them what you want them to have. You have to make them what you want. Standard says, make them real fat, healthy babies. I've done very good with my skinny little birds. I don't mean to say skinny little birds. That doesn't sound good in the pigeon world. But they're just small and slender. They're not big and plump. I have some more babies I took out yesterday, and I take my babies out young to get them eating. These are new ones in the whelping box. Got some. These birds are 4 weeks old. They're not ready to be shipped anywhere. They need about 2 weeks. But they're young. I watched them all eat and drink. Follow the leader. One does it, the rest want it. So I have no doubt I'm not going to dunk heads. I think these guys got it. I'm not worried, So anyways, I know my video is long today, but I'm just trying to explain a different way of pigeon breeding. I'm not a racer. I do white dove, and I do pretty well at it, okay? I've practiced the humane bird release. I have people believing in my cause as to push a humane bird release across this country. Jimmy was my nephew. I loved him with all of my heart and soul, and this is what happened to my heart and soul after I lost him. I knew nothing about pigeons. I've met the wrong people, and I've met a few of the right people that helped me and educated me. Jack, I met you on a video that old man Danny made. Danny and me and you started yapping back and forth on our comments like 3 years ago. Adrian, I met you because I was watching videos and I seen a freeway overpass sign. I know that freeway. That's right by me. So I hit you up. I'm just trying to see what I've built. I have no clue. I don't know any of you people. I don't know how to race pigeons. What I know is I've taken the most pride, and I try to give these guys what they're asking for. I know I'm rambling and I'm babbling, but this is, they do very well, you know. I have no problems. Well, I can't say no problems. Everybody's got problems. You learn, that's how you learn things, right? You have to have problems to learn things. So, anyways, guys, that's my story, and I will chat with all you guys later. Bye.